Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to racing. I've done this format 3 times now. The first time Motala, Sweden, 2015, Penticton 2017, as you said, and now lining up in Ibiza 2023. And it's a race I don't throw my hat into so often. I mean, it happens once a year. If the location and the course is good for me and the timing, then yeah, it's a distance and format that I really love to do. So yeah, this year ticked all the boxes for me, and I'm back for another crack. I was second in Penticton, and I'd love to potentially get one of these titles or be on the podium again before it's all said and done for me. So yeah, I'm here to give it a go.
Yeah, you've been racing a lot in Oceania, obviously, but in Europe for a couple of weeks prepping as well. Did you come over with Ash, who's obviously racing the PTO?
Yep, came over with Ash 2 weeks ago. Obviously, the travel's a bit of a blockage to good performance if you come in too soon to the race. So we've been here for a couple of weeks now. My first race a couple of weeks ago in Penticton was really good. I know the form is trending very positively, I'd say. So I know I've got something in the tank for this weekend for sure, and definitely looking to squeeze that out.
Quite interesting when you don't necessarily know too much about those around you. We speak to Joe Skipper. He's saying he's very much like, this is the sweet spot as far as distances go for him. Andreas Salversberg is going to be a threat. Someone like Richard Varga coming in who could blow the swim apart a bit. I don't know, maybe you fancy your chances against him in there anyway?
Yeah, there's definitely like a whole spectrum of athletes with a broad set of strengths. You've obviously got some people you mentioned like Joe Skipper, who are proven performers on the world stage, but then obviously Richard Varga, who's going to be challenging to swim with, but I'll give it a go. Then you've got someone like Clement Mignon, the Frenchman, who was top 10 in Kona last year, and he's young and could potentially run away with this title if he's in shape. And there's a ton of other guys on the start list, not all of them known to me, but it's literally a given whenever you come to Europe, there's going to be some surprises out there. So I know there's a lot of Spanish on the start line, so I'll be keeping my eyes on them. And also someone like Cody Beals from Canada, he's the only Canadian in the field. I had a really close finish with him last year in a full distance event, and I know he's hungry to perform every time he's racing. So yeah, there's going to be red hot competition kind of from coming at me from all angles.
Of the last couple of years for you, with kind of actually doing less of the World Triathlon and moving into the long distance, has that kind of given you a slightly new chapter as well, just because, by virtue of your lives being now able to be a bit more in sync, I guess, and yeah, has that kind of informed a little bit that, the training, and in a way your kind of form at the minute as well? Yeah,
100%. I think it's almost been a goal of mine to be in sync with Ashley, as you said. I stepped away from World Triathlon short course when I was 21, I think. It didn't suit me that well, so I found my home in the long distance events, and it's always presented a lot of challenges with us racing different formats, but of course in different continents at different times, and having to tick boxes for federations and for selection and so forth. So it's presented us an opportunity to spend a lot more time together and professionally be just much more closer and really enjoy the sport a lot more now that we're more or less on the same page, and this year we're even sharing the same coach.
Heading here into Ibiza, this up to 20, it's early in the season still, 2023 kind of kicking into gear, but things have been going well so far in 23, and the form is ripe for this race is there for the taking.
Yeah, definitely. I had a coaching change at the end of the year. I was working with Cliff English, now working with David Tilbury-Davis, so felt like I needed a new stimulus in my training, and definitely what I've been given has been different so far, and I feel like I've had a really good response to that in my training. I've only raced a few times, actually. That's quite a lot. I've raced a few times. A couple of them have been pretty good. One of them has been a bit average, so we're still sort of tinkering with tapers and so forth, but I think that we're starting to get the mixture right. And yeah, as I said before, the form's trending really positively. My swim's back, I think my bike's back, and I'm finding a new level on my run too. So.
Yeah, so coming off that 120k bike, what are you, how long are you giving yourself to figure out exactly where you are and what needs to be done?
Yeah, so it's, the course is, I'm not really sure where we're going to get our first time gaps on the run. I know with this 30k distance, you can kind of almost race it like it's a half Ironman, but still, you got to hold a little bit in the tank for that sort of last 10k. So you can kind of get off the bike and still jam pretty hard. And I know, everyone we mentioned, I didn't even mention the Germans before. Actually, there's a whole host of Germans that have thrown their hat in the ring. So it'll be interesting to get those first time gaps and see where everyone is. Obviously, a race like this, people have had to travel from all over, and some people it's early in the season, so some people are fitter than others. So it's just it's going to be really fun, I guess, for myself as an athlete to see where I shape up in the field. But I think it's going to be quite a spectacle to watch from the sidelines.
Pulling on that Aussie suit for the first time in 6-7 years, it's going to be a good feeling as well.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't got the suit yet. It was manufactured in Australia, has been ported over for me, so yeah, I've got to go find my race suit. Hopefully it fits.
All right, well, let's crack on then. Nice one.